Hello everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Abubakar Siddiq, and I work as an integration engineer at Infometry. I am happy to be here and excited to guide you through this session. Today we will learn the basic concept of SnapLogic and understand how it works. If you have any questions during the session, please feel free to drop them in the chat. We will make sure to answer all your queries. Let's begin the session. This session is organized by Infometry, and we are pure play data analytics company based out of Fremont, California, with our offshore development center in Bangalore, India. We came into inception back in 2010, and since then we have been offering domain-specific analytics solution for high-tech, energy, life science, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. Being a data analytics software services and solution provider, we focus on delivering predictive and prospective analytics solutions using AI and ML, cloud data warehouse implementation, data governance, enterprise service bus, microservices based integration solutions, big data, cloud DevOps, Salesforce CRM, and product engineering, etc. Infometry has been an engineering and consulting service partner for companies like Informatica, Metallian, Snowflake, Tableau, Adaptive Insights, and Looker, etc. Infometry offers domain-specific analytics solution for high-tech, energy, life science, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. In addition to the service, we have also developed more than 15 cloud connectors for IACS. One mentioned under Blue Blocks are developed and owned by us, and the rest are all developed by us only for organizations like Informatica, SAP, Caladius, and etc. We build an InfoFiscus, a modern analytics solutions that can easily connect to any on-prem or cloud-based CRMs and ERP and planning systems as well. It is a fully cloud-based platform with a pre-built analytics framework and an open architecture, which makes it flexible and easy to integrate with different systems. InfoFiscus comes in three versions to meet business needs: finance analytics, supply chain analytics, and sales and marketing analytics. We are happy to announce the launch of our next generation InfoFiscus Sales Analytics Snowflake native app. It is designed to simplify and streamline sales analytics for customer using Salesforce, Marketo, and Snowflake. That's a quick introduction. Now let's move on to today's agenda. In today's webinar, I will introduce SnapLogic and explain what it is used for. I will also share why many companies prefer SnapLogic and how it helps make integration tasks easier. During the session, I will walk you through the basic concepts, the main parts of the platform, and how SnapLogic works in the real business situations. By the end of this webinar, you will have a clear idea of how SnapLogic functions and how it can support your integration needs. I hope you find this session helpful and informative. Here is today's agenda. First, we will start with understanding what SnapLogic is. This will give you a basic idea of the platform. Next, we will look at the key feature and benefits. So you can see why many companies choose SnapLogic for their integration needs. After that, we will walk through the SnapLogic architecture. This will help you understand how the platform is designed and how the components work together. We will then explore the main components of SnapLogic, such as snaps, pipelines, and the designers. Once the basics are clear, we will look at some real-world use cases. So the examples will show how the SnapLogic is used in the practical business scenarios. I will also explain who uses SnapLogic, both technically and in different industries, and why organizations prefer these platforms. Then we'll move on the reason why SnapLogic stand out among other integration tools. After the explanation part, we will move into the hands-on demo so you can see how SnapLogic actually works. Finally, we will end with the QA sessions. This is the flow for the today's session. Let's begin. SnapLogic is a cloud-based integration platform. This means it works on a cloud and helps different systems talk to each other. With SnapLogic, we can build something called data pipelines. These pipelines allows us to move data from one system to another. We can also transform the data and load it into different places based on our needs. SnapLogic supports many types of systems like databases, APIs, mobile apps, social media platforms, IoT devices, analytical tools, cloud applications such as Salesforce and Workday, and many more. The idea is that all these applications and data sources can be connected easily through SnapLogic. So instead of manually moving data or writing complex code, SnapLogic gives a simple visual way to build these connections. This slide explains the key features of the platform in a simple way. The tool provides Visual Designer where we can build integration without writing code using a no-code or low-code approach. It comes with many pre-built connectors called snaps, which allows us to easily connect to different systems such as Oracle, Salesforce, SAP, Workday, NetSuite, and many other cloud and on-prem applications. The platform also gives an AI-powered assistant that helps us design pipelines faster by giving suggestions and helping detect others. It supports all types of environment, on-premise, cloud, and hybrid, so we can integrate data from anywhere. It also handles both real-time and batch data processing. The diagram shows how the Cloud Web App is used for designing pipelines, which then run on CloudFlex for cloud workloads and GroundFlex for on-prem workloads. Both CloudFlex and GroundFlex connect to different databases, big data systems, and various cloud and on-prem applications to move and process data smoothly. To understand SnapLogic better, it's important to know the main components of the platform. Snaps. These are pre-built connectors that perform specific tasks like reading data, transforming data, writing to systems, calling APIs, and more. They make integration modular and reusable. Pipelines. These are workflows built by connecting snaps together. A pipeline defines how data moves from source to destination and what transformation happen in between. Snaplex. These are execution environments. Cloudplex run in the cloud while Groundplex is installed on-prem and companies that need to be take inside their private networks. SnapLogic Manager. This is where you can manage your projects, schedules, permissions, versions, and deployments. It's more likely administrative control panel. SnapLogic Designer. This is a drag and drop interface where pipelines are built. It gives a visual representation of your workflow, making it easy to design and troubleshoot. SnapLogic Dashboard. This is where you monitor pipelines and executions, errors and logs and many more. Understanding these components help you to see how the entire platform works together to build, run, and manage and integration. Now I will quickly walk through some real-world use cases of SnapLogic and how organizations use it in their daily operations. First is ETL and ELT. This is mainly about moving data from one database into another and applying some transformations. For example, loading data from Oracle into Snowflake. SnapLogic helps extract the data, clean it, and load it into target systems without manual effort. Next, API integrations. Companies use many different applications like Workday, Salesforce, Marketo, and ServiceNow. SnapLogic allows these applications to talk to each other. For example, we can connect Workday to Salesforce so employee or customer related updates flow automatically between systems. Third, automation. SnapLogic helps automate daily or scheduled jobs like processing data or synchronizations. For example, automatically picking up some file in S3 or FTP, processing it and loading it into a database. This reduces manual works and avoid errors. Then we have data migrations. Many companies move from old legacy systems to modern cloud systems. SnapLogic makes this migration easier by extracting the data from old system, transforming it into the required format, and loading it into the new system. And finally, Master Data Management or MDM. SnapLogic helps clean, standardize, and enrich data using third-party services. For example, validating addresses, cleaning duplicates, or enriching customer details before storing them in a CRM or data warehouse. These are some most common and practical ways of organization using SnapLogic in their real projects. SnapLogic is widely used across different roles in organizations. because it supports both technical and non-technical users. Let me start with data engineers. They are responsible for handling data pipelines, data movement, and transformations. Data engineers use SnapLogic to perform ETL and ELT processes, such as pulling data from databases, cleaning it, enriching it, and loading it into data warehouses like Snowflake, Redshift, Databricks, and more. Instead of writing long scripts, they can visually design their workflows using SnapLogic's drag and drop interfaces. This saves them a lot of time and reduces manual errors. Next, we have integration developers. These are the people who focus on connecting different applications and building end-to-end integration workflows. For example, integrating Salesforce with Workday, connecting Marketo to a data warehouses, and syncing data between SAP and Oracle. SnapLogic provides pre-built snaps that makes these integrations much easier and faster compared to traditional coding approaches. Now let's talk about business analysts. Even though they are not hardcore developers, they still need access to data and automations. SnapLogic allows business analysts to create simple workflows, pull data from different sources, merge files, and automate repeated tasks. This empowers them to work independently without depending on IT for every small request. Finally, enterprises and large organizations use SnapLogic at a wider level. They use it to automate business process, integrate their internal applications, and streamline operations across departments like HR, finance, sales, and operations. For example, automating employee onboarding, syncing financial records, or processing customer data between multiple systems. SnapLogic helps enterprise mainly for using consistency, improving productivity, and reduce manual works. So overall, SnapLogic used a wide range of users, from technical engineers to business teams, because it simplifies integrations and make automations accessible to everyone. There are several reasons why companies choose SnapLogic. First, SnapLogic significantly reduced development time with its large library of pre-built connectors called snaps. These snaps handle common integration tasks so you don't need to start from scratch. Second, it's a no-code or low-code interface. Makes it easy to build pipelines visually. So this allows user to focus more on business logic instead of writing lengthy integration code. Third, SnapLogic supports multiple integration modes, including real-time, batch, and event-driven integrations. So regardless of your use case, whether it's frequent data or syncs or on-demand transfer, so this platform can handle it. Finally, SnapLogic scales very well. As your business grows and demands increase, the same pipeline can handle higher loads without major redesigns. This scalability is a key advantage of enterprise applications. SnapLogic also provides strong governance and monitoring features, which help teams manage pipelines efficiently and ensure everything runs smoothly. Let me start with alerts. SnapLogic can send notification whenever something important happens. For example, when a pipeline fails, a connection breaks, or job takes long time. These alerts help teams quickly identify issues and take actions before they affect business operations. Next, retries. If a task fails because of temporary issue like network downtime or API delay, so SnapLogic can automatically retry the task. So this helps avoid manual interventions and ensure more reliable pipeline execution. We also have error views. These provide detailed information about what went wrong in a particular snap or pipeline. You can see the exact error message, the failed records, and the context around the failure. So this makes troubleshooting much faster and easier. SnapLogic offers dashboard as well. So dashboard gives a clear view of all running pipelines, their performance and historical runs, success rates and failure trends. It helps teams monitor workflow health and optimize performance. Another important feature is versioning. So SnapLogic keeps track of every version of a pipeline. So if someone makes changes and something breaks, you can instantly roll back to prevent working version. It also helps to auditing and changing management. Finally, we have pipeline logs. These logs capture every pipeline executions, including timestamp, runtime, errors, warnings, and performance details. So pipeline logs help engineer analyze issues, track historical data, and improve the reliability of automations. So overall, SnapLogic governance and monitoring capabilities help ensure stability, transparency, and control across all integrations. Now I'll talk about future roadmap and how we plan to expand our uses of SnapLogic moving forward. Scaling with UltraTask. UltraTask allow pipelines to run real time with very low latency. As we scale, we want to use UltraTask more effectively so our integrations can respond instantly and support higher volumes without delays. First, enhancing efficiency. We aim to improve our existing process using more advanced SnapLogic capabilities. This means optimizing pipelines, reducing manual effort, and making sure our workflows run faster and more reliable. Second, adding more snaps. By introducing additional snaps and connectors, we can integrate with more systems and increase flexibility. This will help us adapt quickly to new business requirements and support more use cases. Third, empowering users. We want to enable more teams to perform self-service integrations. By creating reusable pipelines, templates, and standards, even non-technical users will be able to automate simple tasks on their own. Fourth, streamlining process. Our goal is simplified to end-to-end workflows. This means reducing unnecessary steps, improving data quality, and ensuring smooth movement of information across all systems. Finally, foster innovations. We plan to encourage teams to explore new ideas, build smarter automations, and use SnapLogic in a creative way to solve business challenges. So overall, this roadmap helps us scale, stay efficient, and get the maximum value out of SnapLogic. This slide highlights the overall benefits of using SnapLogic and how each benefits build on the previous one to accelerate integration and development. First, faster time to market. The first major benefit is faster time to market. SnapLogic helps teams accelerate product launches by reducing the overall development time. Because the platform is visual and low code concept, we can build and deploy integration much faster than traditional coding approaches. Second, eliminates heavy coding. Next, SnapLogic eliminates heavy coding. Instead of writing long scripts or custom code, most tasks can be accomplished by using snaps and drag and drop pipelines. This simplifies development and reduces the effort required from the engineers. Another big advantage is the use of reusable assets. SnapLogic allows us to create reusable pipelines, patterns, and shared components. This enhances efficiency and ensures consistency across different integrations. So basically, we build once and reuse many times. Monitoring and error handling. SnapLogic also provides strong monitoring and error handling capabilities. We can track pipeline executions, view detailed error logs, and set automated alerts. This ensures reliability and helps us quick detect and fix any issues before they impact downstream systems. AI-driven systems. So finally, the SnapLogic includes AI-driven recommendations through its built-in Iris AI engine. This helps streamline development by suggesting by next snaps, improving performance and identifying optimization opportunities. So overall, it supports developers by providing intelligent and data-driven insights. So when we put all it together, fast delivery, less coding, reusable assets, strong monitoring, and AI support, SnapLogic significantly improves the overall integration lifecycle and makes the entire process more efficient and scalable. This slide shows a simple end-to-end view of how a SnapLogic pipeline works. I will walk through each step in the sequence. We start with fetching data from the REST API. SnapLogic sends a request to the API and retrieves the raw data. So the step basically initiates the whole pipeline. Once the data is retrieved, the next step is parsing and transforming it. Here we convert the raw API response into properly structured format. For example, cleaning the data, flatten JSON, or applying business logic. So this ensures the data is ready for the next stage. After transformation, we prepare the data for storage. This actually means adjusting the schema, organizing fields, grouping data, or formatting it the way our storage system expects. This step ensures the data is clean, consistent, and properly formatted. Finally, the processed data is loaded into an S3 bucket. SnapLogic writes the fully transformed dataset into S3, where it can be used for analytics, reporting, or downstream processing.
For a very interesting webinar. I have a question like how is the pipeline different from workflow?
Yeah, sure, Kanam. So, actually, pipeline is a sequence of snaps, which means like it's a process the data step by step, and it's focusing on moving and transforming and loading data from one place to another. For example, it will read the API from the data from the API and transform it to our own syntax and loading into Snowflake. So this is what pipeline will do. At the same time, workflow is about multitasking. It's a kind of what it will do, So it focusing on executions, scheduling, and automations. Those things workflow will do. For example, if so once pipeline A is completed, then it will start pipeline B. At the same time, once pipeline B is done, then it will send a mail. So like this kind of multitasking, it will do workflow. So these are the main difference between pipeline and workflow. Hope you get it that.
Yeah, thank you, Abu. Yeah, I got it.
Hello, I have how does SnapLogic handle the errors?
Yeah, definitely. So it's a nice question actually. So SnapLogic, there are three ways we can handle the errors. For example, there is an error view. For example, when you validate the pipeline, so each snap has an error output. So which means whereas any failed record, it will capture individually and it will send it to that pipeline error pipeline view. Then is one more thing is error pipeline. Exactly what it will do, you can connect to separate error pipeline. So it will capture the error from the each snap and it will log the failures and it will send the mails or it will send the whatever the medium you want. If you have a Slack or if you have any other medium, it will send the message to the particular medium. So that user will get to know immediately, okay, this is having some error. And one more thing, so once the error occurs, sometimes that retry mechanism is automatically will trigger based on that error mechanism. For example, if there is any REST API error or is any network delay, so this kind of error will try for some other time it will work. So what it will do based on the error code is the 404 or 502. Based on that retry error mechanism will trigger and it will send it to the proper way, and that without that user interpretation, that it will take care of all those things by the SnapLogic itself doing that retry error mechanism.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Yes, of course.
Yeah. So I started working on SnapLogic like for the client project. So I just wanted to know like how do we generally debug a pipeline?
Okay, yeah. So usually the debugging, there are multiple ways we can debug the pipeline. For example, so when you if you snaps are connecting with the pipeline, so you will get to know there is an icon called validate pipeline. So which means like once you run the pipeline, it will run the each snap in the sequence. So once the snaps paused it, immediately you will get that the result in the JSON format or table format. So you will get to know is there any bug or is there any like that whatever that expectation of your JSON or output, you will get to know everything will be displayed on that. The only thing is the validate pipeline, it will run, it will execute only the top 50 records. So which means like even though if you have more than
thousands records, or means like only 50 records will run for the validating purpose. That's what it will do. And that one more way, like preview document, which means like you can see that actual output in a way like where you want to store the data in that manager section. That and all you can do in the preview documents. And as usual, we have a pipeline logs will be there, which means like once that pipeline execution happen, even full run, if you go to that dashboard, you will get to know that execution history. If there is pipeline failed, you will get to know the failure reasons, and you will get to know the runtime details, like okay, how many times it's run and how many records is processed. Those things, everything will get it in the pipeline logs. So these are the multiple way you can able to debug the pipeline. Is this working fine or not, kind of stuff, Akash.
Oh, so the best way you recommend is like going to the logs and checking the events, like if it's getting failed, like where it's getting failed. So that's how you
Yeah,
generally track. Okay.
yeah, that's the best way actually.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello, Abu.
Yes, Baju, you can hear you.
Yeah. So how is SnapLogic better than other technologies like Informatica? So where in Informatica we have the API integration also, right?
Correct. Yeah. So Informatica also the same ETL tool, but Informatica is a heavy load. If I say like it's heavy load means like it's not like a kind of a low code or no code concept, which means like basically the SnapLogic, right? SnapLogic, right? It's a cloud native, so there is no servers will be there. So it will be everything will happen on cloud. So SnapLogic, like there is no installation or no maintenance required for SnapLogic. But at the same time, Informatica is not like that. As I said, it's a heavy load, right? So we need a separate server and we separate admin teams required for that. And one more thing, in SnapLogic, we have AI-powered Iris AI will be there, which means like it will suggest the snaps after that, which we are expecting like that. So it will give a lot of suggestions. So it will be easy to build. At the same time, it will predict the error as well. And if you say that fast development compared to Informatica, because it's already pre-built snapshots available. So which means like we don't want to do any extra code. We need to do everything. It's already available. We just put our configuration. For example, if you want to do any S3 connections, if you do configure only account is enough. And if you give the folder path, whatever the data we want to store, it will go and store on that particular S3 path. So these are the a lot of advantage will be there. At the same time, we have some cons also, because SnapLogic will be for only for not like fully complex ETL load. We can't do it in a SnapLogic. We can do it, but it will take a lot of time compared to ETL. But if it is any medium or any low kind of data we need to transfer or handling ETL process, that we can easily do it in a SnapLogic without manual effort. And here is a real-time batch operation will be there. It means like we have to send the data at that real time. So we don't want to do any manual integration is needed. So it will take automatically everything in a real-time application. So those things we can do it in a SnapLogic. So that's why I felt SnapLogic is better than Informatica.
Got it. Got it, Abu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abu, for the amazing session on SnapLogic. I hope everyone found the session really useful and insightful. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. That's it for today. Thank you so much.